welcome back to my channel. This is Rave in Review, where I discuss movies, television shows, really all things media. I'm going to be doing like a recap or a review of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is a series airing on Disney Plus. It's a Marvel series, so if you're not into superheroes, neither am I. Please stick around and let's discuss this superhero-y show. It's going to be a little bit different than my previous videos here on this channel. I kind of am taking from other channels that I watch, especially like the little more nerdier channels where I just talk and there's just images playing. But instead of having like really cool shots from the TV show or, things like that, I instead would like to do something a little bit different. So like I said, I am a fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They are my two favorite Avengers, and the reason why they're my two favorite Avengers has nothing to do with anything in the comics, anything in the films. I truly enjoy watching actors roundtables and press junkets and actors just answering questions essentially. And Falcon and Winter Soldier, Sam and Bucky, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan did their press junkets for the Infinity War Endgame saga together. So there was so much footage out there of these two just being the best of friends, just having a wholesome little relationship. And I just love it. I remember spending both summers back to back in a row, just watching hours and hours of them answering the same questions over and over again. It was great. They made it a fun time. So yeah, I love them for that. In the Endgame press junkets, they were joined by Winston Duke. So I'm hoping that M'Baku has a little cameo in the show. I highly doubt it, but that would be very nice for me and my little image of their little happy threesome friendship. The three of them together are great. The two of them together are great. They're just great. And I'm just hoping the show, I'm not hoping. I know the show is going to be great. So that's why I'm going to be doing recaps on it every week. Hopefully they'll come out on time. As you can tell, this one's a little late, but oh well. So let's just jump right into it. So for this video, you will be listening to my voice, the smooth melodic tones of my voice, and it's just so ASMR like, and just take a seat back and relax and just let me talk to you about how much of a Mackie Stan I am. So yeah, enjoy. I'm going to grab some footage of them just being cute in interviews, and I hope at the end of this you end up loving them as much as I do. With that being said, I'm going to hop into this recap. So we start off in NOLA, the home place of Anthony Mackie. And fun fact, NOLA, New Orleans, was the last place that I went to before COVID. Great memories of that place. They have the best food. So we start off there, and Falcon has the shield. He is supposed to be the next Captain America. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Endgame, Steve Rogers aged up to an old man and gave his shield to Sam the Falcon so that he can be the next Captain America. We hear a inner thought flashback of Sam and Steve Rogers talking about how the shield belongs to him, and Sam is a little skeptical and apprehensive to take on the role, but Steve, being a supportive friend, just really encouraged him and just told him that, it's all you, bro. So that's where we're at. So he has his shield, and we learn that he is currently working with the U.S. Army. There is a little action shot in the beginning with him trying to save a target and yada yada. And during this shot, we see like right off the bat that Marvel is showing blood. Like these people are dead and they're not afraid to show it. I don't really know where this switch happened, where I guess that we've just decided that people are just desensitized and we don't really care. It's not like out of place for there to be like blood and death and whatever, but like for Marvel, Disney, it's kind of weird. I don't know if this is normal. So yeah, that's interesting, but it's kind of also like kind of sad because with everything that's happening in our country, especially in regards to gun control and gun violence, it's kind of just like a mirror really of just like how loosey-goosey we're being on TV or in like Marvel with like what's really happening and how loosey-goosey we're being in respect to our safety. There's, I guess, a parallel there. We kind of just have, as a collective, have to take a stand and say enough is enough and make much needed changes. But that's not what this is about. I'm just saying they're desensitized and they don't care, and they're showing blood and people are dead. Like we were even seeing people getting tapped through a seat. Like that's a lot. It was a lot. Jeez Louise. It was a lot. Speaking of Louise, have you seen Behind Her Eyes? We'll talk about it one day. And we're getting Sam doing a bunch of little wing stuff, Falcon stuff, and that's really cool. His tech is really cool, and it's nice to see him get a little shine and see what he can really do as a leading superhero. And the one thing I did notice about this scene is that it's just so well choreographed. Like everything was perfectly timed. Like explosions happened when it seemed appropriate for the explosion to happen. Like the sequence itself was just very well choreographed. So shout out to whoever choreographed that. Falcon is just popping in and out of the helicopters, jumping out. It's just like really quick and fast and fun. We get a new person. His name is Torres. He's in the army. He's so cute. He's giving me Tom Holland, Peter Parker vibes. And it's just, yay, Young Avengers. Looking forward to it. Torres. Hope to see you there. Falcon is hopping in and out of these helicopters. He flies through and swoops up the target, which is really cool. He saves him. Jump to the next location. When we jump to this next location, please let me know if anyone has seen this. Did you see Elon Musk? There was an Elon Musk cameo. I don't know if that was Elon Musk, but that man looked a lot like Elon Musk. So why is Elon Musk in whatever place there? Is it Budapest? No. What happened in Budapest? No one knows. Falcon is talking to Torres about how much he dislikes that the U.S. ops are like messing with his tech, and every time they touch it, it breaks. And it's just like, wow, is that just all IT? I don't know. Torres is informing Falcon about how he's doing some secret ops on his socials. He's a Gen Z legend, and he has found this sect of pro blippers. That's what I'm going to call them. So there's a sect of people that preferred life during the blip because there's always some anti-society people, so they're going to be called the pro blippers. He's talking about how there's a bunch of conspiracy theories online, and again, like I said, another instance of Marvel just being very reflective of the times with conspiracy theories online and people just forming groups to do who knows what and for why knows what. But we are very rooted in reality on this show, so that's very nice. Definitely a change from WandaVision that was the complete opposite of reality. And so now we are in Washington, which I'm already getting dizzy from how much we're jumping around. Falcon is at looks like kind of like a memorial service or like some type of funeral service for Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he's giving this speech. And at the end of this speech, he gives the shield back. Like why would you give the shield back? One of the people working for the army tells Falcon that this is the right decision. Like, it seems like they don't want this black man to be the next Captain America. I'm very confused why he would give the shield back. Seems like some kind of racial tensions or something happening. I don't know. It's not like it's a systemic problem or anything. And War Machine is there, and he asks Falcon why he didn't take up the mantle of Captain America. And Falcon says that he just didn't feel like it belonged to him. It belonged to Steve. And I'm just like, bro, Steve is dead. Is he dead? I don't know. We don't really know. So, Steve is dead though, or he's not dead. He's somewhere in the ether. And why does Falcon care so much about the shield belonging to Steve when Steve gave it to him? And now we are with Bucky, who we learned in a dream sequence. Well, first of all, Bucky is sleeping on the floor, like no mattress. Like some guys, especially when they're young, they sleep with their mattress on the floor. But Bucky is not young, and he does not have a mattress, so he's just sleeping in an apartment on the floor. That's very strange. But we learn in like a dream that he has that he killed an innocent man. I guess this is like a nightmare sequence, who knows, but he's dreaming and he kills some innocent person. And we also learn that he is in therapy now as a condition of his pardon because the US government will like just release people even though they have probably the strongest case of PTSD, but like there's therapy, right? And Bucky is talking to his therapist, and he's annoyed that she does what he calls the notebook thing, which is just like taking notes on him so that she can refer to them later and more adequately provide him services. But okay. And he calls it passive aggressive. We learned that he has been tasked by his therapist to make amends, and there are conditions for him to make amends. There are a few rules. One is that it can't be anything illegal. And the second rule, which they make a joke about it needing to be the first rule, but it's not, is that nobody gets hurt. And the last thing is that he is supposed to have this little dialogue or little phrase that he has to say after he's made amends, and that is that he is no longer the Winter Soldier, that he is James Bucky Barnes, and that this person is a part of his efforts to make amends, or something along those lines. We learn that he doesn't nurture friendships at all, and that his therapist is the only person that he has called all week. And we also learned that he really, like, after fighting for 100 years, literally had like one peaceful moment in Wakanda. He literally says he had calm in Wakanda, and I'm just like, calm. That's what it was. Yep. He had some calm in Wakanda, and he just wants peace. And the therapist says that's BS. The therapist was a soldier before, and, you know, they just have that rapport. So I guess this therapist will be a factor moving forward in the show, possibly for him. The therapist reminds him that he has his mind back. He's pardoned and he's free. And Bucky asks her to do what? And we shall find out. We run into a character named Unique. They say it's like Monique, but with a U in it for uniqueness. And I love Unique. They were only on screen for 2 seconds, and I'm sure they're going to be back again, and they might be a part of the pro blippers, because like someone named Unique is definitely a pro blipper. Unique is introduced because he's arguing with an older man, which we learned that Bucky knows, and he goes out to lunch with this older man. The man gets him a date with the waitress while they're there, and then is talking about how his son loved red bean mochi. And clearly from that moment we can put 2 and 2 together. Bucky killed this man's son. He is a part of his road to make amends, and we are hopefully going to see Bucky apologizing for killing this man's son for no reason. The man says that his son was working abroad and was in the wrong place at the wrong time. We will see how long or how many episodes it takes for him to eventually make amends, because it probably won't be anytime soon. All right, so we're back in New Orleans, and again, I am dizzy. We're at the dock, and we meet Sam's sister, Sarah. They are arguing over selling their family's shrimping boat. I don't know if it's a shrimping boat, but I watch Forrest Gump, so I'm just going to assume it's a shrimping boat. And we learned that Sarah had to take out some loans, and now they cannot afford to fix the boat. And Sam says that they can consolidate loans. And my question is, why aren't all loans consolidated in the first place? Like, why don't we all have one line of credit? I don't know. Maybe it's too easy to corrupt. Who knows? But it seems like something that would be in the circle. And then we're back with Bucky, and he's on his date, and he's very awkward. And they're talking about dating apps, and he says there's a lot of weird tiger photos. And I don't know if this is like in reference to the Tiger King. I don't know why there would be photos of tigers. Is Bucky into bestiality? Is that the calm that he found in Wakanda? We don't know. The woman he's on a date with asks him how old he is. He says that he's 106. And then she laughs and she asks what's going on with his gloves. And he says that he has poor circulation. And I'm not sure if she knows who he is. It seems like she doesn't, but if she did, I thought it was very funny that she was asking him about the gloves, because girl, don't we all want to know what that metal arm does? Guess we'll never find out. They're playing Battleship, and he sucks. And they go into a conversation about the older man whose name is Nori. And the girl tells him that, you know, there's no word for someone whose kids die, and that's just the worst thing that could happen. And he just feels really bad now about, you know, killing the guy's son for no reason. And we'll see if he tells him ever. We get a fake out with lunch money, but it doesn't seem like Bucky's ready to, you know, drop that shoe anytime soon. And then we're back with Sam, and I literally am so dizzy. I cannot wait for them to be in the same scenes together. I can't with this back and forth. It's too much. We are with Sam and his sister, and they're making catering plates to, I guess, sell to make some extra money. And the sister comments on how nice he's presenting the plates, and he says that, you know, I don't play with these white folks. And it's just very clear that Marvel has some black people in the writing room. We've jumped again, and we are in Switzerland, I believe now, at a pro blipper rally. It seems it looks like they're doing some kind of flash mob, but instead of dancing, they're just like running around crazy. And Taurus notices that something shady is going on. They're stealing some kind of money, or they're smuggling something away in a duffel bag. And we see him get into a little mini altercation, and we learn that Taurus can fight. Hello, young Avengers. Taurus is about to be the Wade, like in Kim Possible, giving out all of the tech. Or who was the person in Avengers that was giving out the tech? Was there a person that gave out tech? Was that Iron Man? Is Taurus the new Iron Man? Wow, Taurus might be this new Iron Man. Oop. Peter Parker, watch your back. So yeah, we see that Taurus can fight. So yay, Taurus. We love it. Love to see it. And then Taurus gets his rocked by some dude that like stole the money or whatever, that handled the bag. And yeah, that guy has some kind of super something. I don't know what it is, but those kicks, those punches, there was some force behind those. So we learned that the Pro Blippers got some metal, some heavy hitters on their side. So we'll have to see about that. And then we have jumped again. We are back in Louisiana with, not Bucky. What's this man's name? Sam. We're back in Louisiana with Sam and Sarah. They're at the bank, and the loan manager that is assisting them is just not being helpful at all. He asks Sam if he played for LSU, and I am immediately triggered. That's just one because that's totally something a buff black man in Louisiana would get, but just really anywhere, that's just something that any tall black person gets all the time. What sport do you play? Do you play for X school? Blank, blank, whatever. It's always what sport you play, because like obviously we're a fit person of a certain skin tone, and so obviously we have to play sports, right? He finally realizes that he is the Falcon, and he asks if the Avengers get paid, and the answer is no, they do not get paid. They get paid nothing. And you know who also gets paid nothing? The people that were blipped for 5 years. And apparently, if you were blipped, you cannot get a loan because you don't have any income for the past 5 years. And that's just, another form of systemic inequality. Let's use that word for that, for this form of discrimination. And Sarah during this meeting is just coming with all the right words. And like I said, it's so great when there is diversity in the writer's room, because it makes the content to me feel more grounded in reality. It feels more authentic and more true to just like what a regular person in this scenario would say. So it makes the content more relatable, and I feel like I can connect with it more when there's diverse writers. So the funny things that Sarah says, she says, are you trying to help us or indict us? How can you have income if you don't exist? Like things like that. Funny how things always tighten around us. Like if there were no diversity, that line, funny how things always tighten around us, would not exist. Just saying. But it's true. It's real. These are real scenarios every day. People of color, black people, are discriminated against in banking systems. It's like, oh, why don't you just get a loan for your business? Da 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 da. I can't. Why don't you just get a loan for a house? Da 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 da. A car, whatever it is. You ain't getting no loan. Well, you might, but you might have a hard time. It's just reflective of real life. And I just feel like this show is just going to be, or I'm hoping, it seems like the show is trending on being more reflective of real life scenarios and current situations. So I think I like that a lot. Yeah, and that just really comes with diversity. It comes with diversity. It comes with having a diverse lead, which not forces, but encourages and kind of just requires really diversity everywhere else, unless you're The Bachelor. Another thing we'll talk about later. And then, after all this, the loan manager asked for a selfie because of course he would. And no, you can't get a selfie. I can't get a loan. You can get a selfie. Sam is more determined than ever to make the money to save this shrimping boat. So we'll see if at the end of this, he can save his family's shrimping boat. Is it a shrimping boat? I don't know. I'm still calling it a shrimping boat. I'm sure they catch just regular fish. Is it a fishing boat, or can it be a shrimping boat? Does it have to be one or the other? Can it be both? Sam is going to get the money for a shrimping boat, and I'm rooting for you, Sam. Go out there, earn that Skrilla. It seems like those people, the Pro Blippers, got a lot of money, so maybe you can get it from them. Who knows? Speaking of the Pro Blippers, we get an update from Torres, and he tells Sam what happened, and he's just He's so cute. And when I say cute, I mean, like, I'm sure he's probably around my age, but like, he's just cute like a little dog or like a baby, you know? It's just so cute. Even when he's beat up and scratched up, still so cute. Little Torres coming for Tom Holland, Peter Parker shine. Just go ahead and take it. We love Torres. Well, Sam is going to help Torres eventually. So maybe in this next episode, we'll get some more pro blipper action with Torres. We love to see it. We love you, Torres. Stay up, Torres. Immediately after that, Sarah walks into the room and turns on the TV and asks Sam, are you seeing this? And we see the U.S. government is announcing they have a new Captain America, which I will not call Captain America in this recap show. This man's name from now on is going to be called Captain Vanilla Wonder because he is so bland and so vanilla with not even a hint of bean, and we don't like him. So we have Captain Vanilla Wonder. I'm very upset. I cannot believe that they just replaced him with a marshmallow. They replaced him with a marshmallow. I can't think of any other vanilla, bland, Wonder Bread things to say, but he's a marshmallow and we're not interested. So yeah, we're upset about that. And that was the end of the episode. He winks. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm annoyed. What is going on? What is this? I saw this in the previews. I'm upset. I'm upset. Shout out to Degrassi. That was my growing up. I love Degrassi. Yes, so we have Captain Vanilla Wonder. Not interested in it. But, here's the thing. Sam did give the shield back. I don't know why he did that in the first place, so we'll have to see him get it back from Captain Vanilla Wonder. I hope Captain Vanilla Wonder gets his face beaten because I'm over it. That was violent. See, we're so desensitized nowadays. This is awful. All right, then. Well, that was the show. That was the show. I'm very excited for it. I'm looking forward to it every week. Can't wait. It's only for 6 weeks. WandaVision got 9. I have no words. Yeah, so if you liked this, if you liked this format, I probably won't do this again in this way where I'm just showing videos of them being so cute and wholesome. But they're just so cute and wholesome. So I just wanted everyone to enjoy them like I do. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you watched this long. If you stayed around to this point, thank you so much. Let me know if you liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let me know who your favorite Avenger is. I probably don't know who they are unless they're in the lineup. Obscure Avengers only. That's the criteria. If you've watched this far, let me know what your favorite obscure Avenger is, and I'll try my best to pretend like I know who they are. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, or whatever the YouTubers are telling you to do these days, and enjoy your day. Stay safe, stay aware, be vigilant, love your neighbors, and don't take nothing from Captain Vanilla Wonder. He's gotta go. Bye.